Hello everyone, I'm back and this is Dance Without Music, I, which is the number of it, and to condition your body. Uh, I hope everyone saw the other two videos or YouTubes on this conditioning. It explains everything, and because there's so much information, I can't review everything, and there's so many points that I make in my first two videos that will help you if you want to continue this program. So my suggestion is to see the ones before this if you're interested, and if you're also having problems understanding certain things. I know sometimes when I don't understand something, if I if I go over it and over it, then I understand better. And a lot of things, getting into this lesson now, a lot of times you don't understand something. A lot of people got understanding wrong. When sometimes you try something and you don't understand and you don't understand and you keep trying to search your mind for understanding when the understanding is not there. The understanding comes from capturing or developing certain, in this case, in certain muscles or certain rhythm patterns or certain beats. And then when you get the rhythm pattern or the beat, then the understanding comes. So a lot of people got understanding wrong. Sometimes understanding something comes in different packages. It's not always in the mind. Sometimes it's because we worked hard for it, and we conditioned. In this case, we conditioned to a point to where we have a strength in that area, and then we go, "Oh, I understand." Well, it came from some kind of repetition, some kind of time or work. So, like I said, getting into this new YouTube. I call each one of them new because there's a lot more information and I connect with the other ones. I also want to tell you that when I do this program myself, it's the first time that I did it. I can make the program because I've done so many different programs for myself that I can pretty much put a lot of different programs together on different subjects and know that they will work. So I just want to tell you that I want to do it like you do it. So we're not really into getting perfection, because it is actually perfection, because perfection is thought of in different ways. A lot of people think perfection is like doing something perfect and not making any mistakes. Well, I don't look at perfection as that. I look at it as something that you want to do and you're doing with your mind and your body and your conditioning. So if you're conditioning, that's the perfect thing for this YouTube. Okay. So we're going to get right into it. I have 3 points. Okay, I'm going to give you the 3 points, which are very important. Then I'm going to augment the lesson. I'm going to review the lesson that we did last YouTube, and I'm going to augment it. Like I said, it's the thriller dance as a format, and it's really augmented for making sure that certain muscles and certain movements are conditioned. But in actuality, it is dance, because like when you finish this, you'll be able to look at the thriller dance and just do it from beginning to end. However, we're not working to do each step in the thriller dance, but we're using it as a format, as I explained before. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. I'm going to give you the 3 points. We're going to review what we did last week. I'm going to actually do it, and then also, okay, there's a point that I want to make there. So we're going to review that, and I want to state that when we review it, I always do this. When we okay, so forget about that. We're going to go on. I'm going to go on. After we review it, I'm going to augment. Okay, I know what I wanted to say. I'm sorry for doing this. This is the best way to do it. When I augment, now I slipped the point again. Okay, so let's do the points. I'm going to review everything, and then after I review everything, we augment what we did last week. And then after I augment what we did last week, we're going to go into the new part that I explained from last YouTube. After I explain that from the last YouTube, we're going to again augment that in a different format than what they do on a thriller dance. Okay, so like I said, it's just the format. I'm sorry for doing this. I don't cut things off because in actuality you might lose a point, or I might lose a point. It also helps me because sometimes the point is important, but sometimes maybe it's not so important. So maybe that's why it slips my mind. But you know, sometimes I'm talking and I might get a point. Well, the best, sometimes it's good to give the point and sometimes it's good not to. So the 3 points that I want to give is the 3 points that I want to give. One is mirror, the mirror, okay? The mirror that you look in at yourself. Then another point, I might not give them in this order. The other point is the da da da. Okay, let's get it right. Da 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 da. Da 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 da, and da 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 da. Okay, and the other point is translation. Okay, so I'm not going to do the dance yet. I want to go over the points now. Those points that we just talked about. The first one I want to get to is da 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 da, and then da 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 da, and da 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 da. Okay, those are the reason why we won't complicate our dance and our conditioning is because we're dealing with only 2 kind of steps. Okay, you heard 3 different kinds of beats. Okay, but it's really 2. So that's all you have to worry about. But you do have to be able to understand. Like for instance, da, 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 da. That's slow. That's a slow beat, okay? Now, the next one is da, 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 da. That's a fast beat. Da, 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 da. So you have slow and you have fast. If it gets what you would call faster than that, I don't say it's the fastest. I would say that it's a rhythm, okay? So would be called a rhythm, okay? So a lot of times, even in life, we think that something is always divided down, or you can always add on to something, which in my studies, personal studies, for a long time, I find it changes at certain points, okay? I'm going to take this off. Okay. So it changes at certain points. So it makes it better because now we don't have to worry about fast and faster. We can worry about, which we don't have to worry at all now because we have slow. I'm going to do it the slow, the fast, and then the rhythm. The rhythm, of course, is faster, but it's in such a different category that we'll call it a rhythm instead of the fastest, okay? One second. So we have da, da, okay? And then we have da, 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 okay? That's the fast. And then we have, if you also notice that the slow beat is further apart and the faster beat is closer together. So that means if it gets even faster, we have to contain it in order to make, in this YouTube, we contain it in order to show that it's a rhythm and that it's faster. Like I said, it just helped us for the fact that it was getting closer and closer. Okay, so in that case, it would be more like, I'll give the examples again. Da, okay? And then you have da. But then the next one would be, okay? So that's like fastest. But we don't have to worry about determining fast and fastest because we know now that The fastest would be a rhythm, okay? And that's going to show you in the new part that we're going to learn at the end of this YouTube, okay? And now also understand why I have points that come in my mind, which this is helping me because it makes the YouTube better. Sometimes when I'm speaking, I want to tell you some information because there's so much information, and sometimes it's beneficial for you to know other things that to make the point that I'm speaking to you about clearer. Sometimes it's not, but this is helping me because it's helping me to determine which points I should give you and which points I should just leave alone, okay? So you're actually helping me as far as that's concerned. So we did the 3 point. We didn't do the 3 points. We did the da 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 da. Now, I'm sorry. Now now the next one I'm going to talk about is the interpretation. When we do the da 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 da, and we do the da 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 da, which is a rhythm, we're actually, I guess a better way I should explain it to you, about music, okay? It's the same concept, the da 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 and the music. When we dance, we're actually interpreting sound, okay? So we're interpreting music through movement, and our movement is dance. So the da 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 and the da 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 da, what you hear when I say that is sound or music. Sound, music. I would like to say music. What we do is we have to interpret that into our movements. Like I would say in the first part, it goes da 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 da, which we're going to do the review. Da 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 da, that's the music. Okay, we have to interpret it. The reason why I'm telling you is because I don't want you to think that the da 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 is in your legs or your movement, because that's not going to help you to improve. But if you learn how to separate them both, which I decided also from the last 2 YouTube that I'm not going to say da 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 da, but you see that you have to interpret it, the da 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 da, and make the movement. So when now I'm going to say da 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 da, and then I'm going to show you without saying the da 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 da. So I say da 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 da, okay? And then I do, okay? It's entirely 2 different things. That's another mistake that is made, and it stops your progression, is the fact that we think the music is actually the movements when they're very close together, but they're not the actual movements. So what we're doing in this conditioning our body, the way to condition the body is by understanding that when I say there's one structure I'm going to do, and I'm going to say da 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 da, okay? That's important for the conditioning, because you have to be able to handle that, hold it, and then translate it through your body like da 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 da, okay? And that contains a slow and a fast, okay? Okay, so so if you understand that point, if you don't get it, if you don't get that point and it seems like the same thing, well, just keep going along from the beginning and to this point, and you'll catch it. And like I said, your understanding comes from a successful practice, okay? And then when you get it, sometimes we have to get things physically, and then when we get things physically, that what helps us to understand it. But that's in conditioning. But when you're just doing dance for no reason and you look good and everything's working out, you can just develop the muscles, develop the dance steps and everything, and you got it and make the money. But with this one, you condition your body. You just don't do it. You also understand what you're doing and how it works, okay? So that's, the conditioning comes from understanding what you're doing, capturing it, and being able to successfully bring out each step, okay? And now the third one, mirror. Mirror, mirror on the wall, okay? Oh, mirror is very important. You don't want to use any mirrors when you do this. A lot of times people use mirrors. I'm not saying it's because they do this because of they're looking in the mirror. Sometimes it's not the mirror. Sometimes I don't know what it is. But a lot of times when you look at the mirror, you're looking, that takes time. That's also most likely in your mind, okay? Your mind is trying to perceive of how you look, okay? And it kind of changes the movements of your body. The only thing I'm going to say about this is it's best not to use the mirror, because your most of your movements will turn into rays. Like if you've seen a rays from the sun, as soon as you move something in a mirror, your mind perceives it as a rays. I mean, like rays from the sun. It's like, you know, like this, okay? Because that's how our eyes see. You can take that time that you look in the mirror and use it to start developing and perceiving the movements that you make. In the beginning, you won't perceive that much, okay? You'll know what you did, but you won't perceive it finally. But this is what conditioning is. It conditions you to understand, and I don't want to say see, I want to say perceive, which is very physical as far as your body is concerned. Perceiving your movements, okay? That's enough talk. Now we're going to get into the review, and then I'm going to do the augments. The review is, like I said, and I'm going to I'm going to tell you when we get the points. The first one is going to be from the last YouTube, and it's going to be, like I said, we had to do the Zami hand, and it's going to be da, 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 da. We're going to go back, and then da, 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 da. On that first one, the head goes like that, da, 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 da. On the second one, it's da, da, da. Oh, wait. Da, 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 like that, okay? Now, what I just told you is something you have to capture, and this is where the conditioning comes from. Something you have to capture in yourself, in your mind, or whatever, and then you have to translate it, or you have to make it into movement, okay? What I just told you was basically something that you heard, or not, it's something that you heard, music that you heard. Now you have to turn that music into your movement through your body, and that's what makes the conditioning. That's why you don't want to strain yourself. You want to take your time with it. It's no perfect and anything to do like that, okay? So now we're going to do that part. And another thing too, which is very good about the body, if you make a mistake on the first one, like with the head, you don't do that. You can start anywhere you want to, because the mind is going to cut and it's going to start where you left off. So you don't have to go all the way back. But whatever you do in this kind of program, everything you do is pretty much right, okay? Okay, so let's get that first. This is the basics that we did last week. Okay? And remember, I'm not going to use the da 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 da, because I'm translating the da 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 into the actual movements, okay? Okay, so that was the basics, and that little thing right there, what we just did, is a lot. For your mind, you might think it's just real little, and that's one reason why we keep going back, okay? Because it's before, I call it before time, okay? You're strengthening your abilities to do things before time, okay? Like when I tell you the da, 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 and that's a slow beat, When I tell you that, you're creating before time, or I call it in between time, okay? Then you're going to get up and do it without the mirror, like I said, the da, 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 but you're going to do it in movements. So then in your body, you have just translated what you wanted, what you heard, or you translated the music into your body. It's like, which I've taken many lessons, and I took it in college, maybe a year of sign language, but I'm not going to go there. But it's like that. It's like using your body to interpret what your expression. But in this case, I'm giving you the sound, and then you're interpreting it in your body. So every time you do that, it's an interpretation. So now we're going to augment that, like I said. Now I'm going to augment things in order to work certain parts of your body in the dance, in the conditioning. Okay, so we're in augmenting this thriller dance, and like I said, it's just used as a format. Is we're going to go da 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 da. So you know there's a slow, fast, slow, fast. Remember, we can say that because we're only working with 3 different movements: slow, fast, and rhythm. Okay, so we're going to do that one, and then after that we're going to go with the fast first. Da 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 da. Okay, so let's do that. Okay, so we completed that. Okay, like I said, it seems like it's not that much, like it's just a little bit of time, but it's a lot. I mean, that's why we don't, as far as I can see right now, we're not going to do a lot of high energy, because we're working where energy comes from. Okay, so we're starting this way, and believe me, what you saw and what you, if you do that, you're doing a lot. I mean, a lot, because you're working between, I call it before time or between time. It's something that you're interpreting, that, and don't take it lightly, because that's something that, if I say da, 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 that means you held that and you actually interpreted that. I say music, I don't want to say sound, that music into your body, into movements. Okay, so it is a big deal, even though you don't see it right now. But when you start seeing the conditioning, and you start seeing how your body, how your thoughts change and everything, and how you're progressing, then you'll see the big deal. Okay, now we're getting into the new part of the dance, and this is going to be finished after we do this, but it's kind of complicated, so we're just going to cut it after we finish. I'll give you what I think the next ones are going to be about before I close, but this one is going to be all pretty much augmented, this next section, because it is kind of difficult, and some of the points, if you can't do, or if you can't understand, you got to do it over and over again. Get it in your mind straight. If you can't get it in your mind as far as seeing it or listening to the beats, then that means you need to relax, maybe start from the beginning, or relax and do it over and over again. Sometimes you don't want to see it over again, but give yourself breaks. Never get to the point to where you're stressed out. It's not a stressful thing. The stress comes from too much. It seems like it's stress, but it's too much information. That means you have to release the information that you're trying to do, but you're doing it in the wrong way, most likely. Okay, so the next part, remember when I said it goes like this? So what we're going to do is, I'm going to do the part that we already did, and then we're going to augment it or build on that part. And it's going to be, which I've felt, another thing is that we should go from slow to fast to rhythm. Okay, so we're going to do, but this next step, like I did, last week. Last week I did actually last week, but I have to say last YouTube. It's gonna do its da 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 da, and then I'm gonna go da 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 da, so you can understand this foundation of the steps that I'm gonna do after this. So, which we did this last week, and this was a transition. We're gonna talk about transition, but transition is something it's a very powerful tool in dance. But we're going to continue to worry about it. We're not going to worry about it too much, okay? But we're going to continue to work on it. So remember we're like this, and then we do the transition, okay? So, but on this one we have to do a step as soon as we do the transition, and that's what the beauty part of the transition. You say, where does it come from? Okay, and that's a beauty of the transition. So it comes from before time, but let's get through this, okay? So I'm going to do what I just said I'm going to do, okay? Okay. So we got through that. And also what I want to do, there's something I did forget in the last one. It's about the hands. Make sure you use your hand movements. I didn't use it in I didn't use it in the one that I just reviewed on, but it's very important, because if you don't, I explained it in the last one, if you don't use your hands for something later on, they're just going to start flying all over the place and you don't know what to do with them. I mean, it's not going to look good. It's not going to look even, okay? But in this one, we are actually using the hands, okay? So now I'm sure about the augmentation that I did in this one. And in between, I explained it in the last YouTube, so I don't really have to explain it again, but I'll explain it a little bit. The steps that we just made, we're going to put something into them, but we're going to use the slow speed and put different fast speeds in it. And I'm glad I explained it to you, because now you understand when I say slow and fast speeds. So the steps that we just did, I'm going to put in first the slow one, make that step. The next step, I'm going to put the fast one in, and then the next one, I'm going to put the rhythm in, so you can see the different beats. So it's going to be da da. I'll make the steps first, okay, and then put the da 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 da, the slow speed. Then I'm going to make the steps again, step step, and then I'm going to put the da 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 da, and then the third one I'm going to make a step step, and I'm going to put the rhythm in, da 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 da. And remember, you got to remember this, is that I'm doing this just like you're doing this, okay? I don't practice like that much, because I want it to be like what you should expect of yourself in the beginning. But if you notice also, as we go through this program, you're going to be more precise on the things. You're going to be able to translate faster. But like I said, you're always doing good. You're always doing perfect, because you're translating your sound or the music into movement. And I think the first thing you should realize is that when you go dancing or whatever, your beat will be a little bit more on, okay? Because you'll have it entailed in your movements. Okay, so now let's do that new part. Always go to a transition, because we're gonna go over transitions, okay? So here we go. And like I said, I can make mistakes and I'll just clear them up, that's all. I'm not gonna go all the way back, okay? So here we are. Okay, and that's it. I don't know how it looks, but that's pretty much the rhythm of this one, which is very hard for them to get, but also from the format, you would have your head up, 1, 2, 3, 4, head down, 1, 2, 3, 4, head up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the way you want to do it. And like the only confusing part will probably be is make the step. But there's another good point is that we can put the way we're doing it, we can put things in, or we can make it more precise as we go on. And I'll say, like maybe later on, I don't know, after we've done a few of these, I can say in I. Now we can do it this way, or we've got enough strength to do it this way, the right way. The only thing as far as this one, you want to keep your head up, then put your head down, and then put your head up, and then up on the rhythm part. The reason why that's important, like I said, to do certain things with your body, in your mind, it'll strengthen your mind to say, okay, everything is important. Sometimes I go like this with my head, okay? But only do these things if you're totally comfortable. If you're not comfortable with doing them yet, take your time, especially the rhythm. It took me a while because I know that in this one, the 1, 2, 3, 4 is pretty much, it's moving in here. I mean, this is controls in here. For the next one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is in control. So you can see how the beat works. And it works just like music because you have your beats down here, your whole beats, and then you have your half and half, and then you have and then like up here, I can see it move up I can see it move up from the muscles, okay? And then I can go, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? But it's just like music because, like I said, the one beat's down here. That's what's in control. Your whole body moves, but that's what's in control. The second one, in music, I mean, I'm a classical vocalist, believe me. And I study extensively through all of these movements and stuff like that. But this is how a classical vocalist thinks or should think, where the beat is. So I have the whole beats down here. This is what people who understand music. Then I have my half beats, which is da 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 da. And then I can actually see how I lift this up. You don't have to put your hands, but it's good to do something with your hands so you can control